teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Blasted as he lets it go.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Turning it on! It's a fumble! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. The Tigers are on the move. They try to pop a run on the draw. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls it in. It's Lindsey. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Tigers!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's got his man. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did.
Oh, he's got some space.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
They'll try the run. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
He did not make it a stonewall on third down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's it, fly. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll take it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Running back searching for a hole. Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Try to get it to the edge. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Pressure coming. Intercepted defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Makes the catch. It's Lindsey. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And to have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball?
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
Might be calling a hot route. He wants to throw it again. Touchdown, LSU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down
breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times now they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is
unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw on third. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They go to the draw. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball. Disposal at this point.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He'll try to get it through the air. Got his man on the right. To the 15. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Taylor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Looking to throw again. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Going for it all. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got an open man. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his own.
Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it past the marker. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Steps away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. An easy decision there for the offense to decline the penalty and take the touchdown. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. It's caught. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Here's a heat. That's caught. It's Cameron. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilcox. Open space at the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Give him the lead.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Under fire. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. The play action fake. Might be looking to run. He throws one to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Finds some room. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, Eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to go out to my left like that in my playing days. But how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Pocket breaking down. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Will be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And after that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball.
Touchdown, Clemson. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snap. Wide open spaces. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. They've
isn't the no man. Late in the ball game, when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State
continues to fight for yards. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory. He jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover, offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Complete in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He's now over 200 yards from scrimmage, joining the likes of Clemson legends Sammy Watkins and Mike Williams.
And when you think of those guys, you think of big plays. I mean, guys that can hit home runs immediately, and that's what he's doing. And when your name's mentioned with that kind of elite company, you talk about sticking your chest out. You talk about being a dude. Those are NFL players, and you're getting compared to those guys. That's a good day at the office.
Pressure. He's moving out of the pocket. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Makes the grab. Bust through behind his pad. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Looking downfield on first down. Rolling right and going deep. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. Takes a hit as he fires. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
The pass didn't work last time. It might this time. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. He's just chasing by the defense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Got a man. It's Taylor.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
It'll be a run on third and short. Across the 25, he's got room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. There he goes! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, LSU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To the air on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, but what an opportunity after that pick.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown,
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Still looking on the move. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Clemson is quick to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Lets it go to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play. And he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I'm about to say, remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is a day that you just dream about having. You have these days in high school, but not in college. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote.